to be here, and you're going to talk about how to love how to love a black man, and how to love a black woman. I want to begin by asking you, is that even possible in this context that we are sitting in? You know, this system that's constantly weaponizing one against the other. Is it even possible for black love to exist in this context?
Wow. When I first heard that question earlier today, it made me sad that we have to even answer such.
Right, right, right.
But when Brother Jabari said it, I said, "Oh man, it's a shame we have to ask such a question."
Yeah, yeah, no,
But
real.
suffice it to say that a question like that can be asked in the present, because the way we live in the present is such the extreme opposite of what black love looks like. We live in a culture and a climate of self-hatred. So it looks like, based upon the time period of this dominant theme of us hating ourselves, it looks like it's an impossibility. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, as you know, Dr. Maat and Brother Jabbar, he made this bold revolutionary statement. He said, out of all of our studies, history is best qualified to reward the researcher. He said, if you know what was, then you know what is. And if you know what is, you're prepared for what is to come in the future. For history provides man with the springboard of human action. Well, historically speaking, and we don't have to go all the way back trillions of years ago or millions of years ago. Just look in 1798 when Napoleon was hired by the European forces to destroy all of the images of black positivity. He went into the mystery schools. He went into the temples and destroyed all of the images of the inventors and the scholars and the prophets that look like us. And after he blew up the nose off the Sphinx, he went into the pyramid behind the Sphinx called Giza. And this great wonder, last living wonder of the world, was built by us. Black people built that, 451 feet tall, 451 feet deep into the earth, covering 13 and a half acres, made of 1 million stones that are 3.5 tons of piece of gold, marble, and granite. And every stone is stacked mathematically precise, north to south, east to west, up in the air, down into the earth, not deviating 1 square inch. And we did it without John Deere, Caterpillar, a crane, or a bulldozer. We did it with the power of the mind. And when he went inside this great pyramid Giza, Napoleon, after finishing the job of destroying all the images of black messengers, black prophets, black apostles, the black Jesus, the black inventors, he noticed that every time he seen the image of the gods on the walls in Giza, right next to the gods was always his queen. So every time he looked and seen Osah, Aset was right there with him.
That's right.
When he looked and seen Osiris, Isis was right there. When he looked and seen Alafun, Ilida was always right there. So now when you go into Giza, everywhere you see Alafun or Osiris or my other brother, you'll see that somebody's been scraping the image next to them. Why? Because our ancestors were trying to send down the line of time the message to us. The true power base of black people is the black family. And so they destroyed that image. And because of their destruction of that image, and then, of course, when we were first so-called emancipated in 1865, they agreed when they were discussing whether they were going to allow black people to get higher education when Howard University was coming into existence. They said, yeah, we'll let Negroes go to college, but they can't come to our schools. And whatever schools they have, there's 3 things that they cannot teach. And that's the science of warfare, the science of finance, or the science of mating. So the reason black